Hi, thanks for joining me. The guiding principle of the Grassroots Party has been the legalization of cannabis hemp for all its purposes. Let's abolish routine pre-employment drug testing, free all cannabis prisoners, including those on probation, and expunge all judicial, police, and private computer records. No other state in the Union has the right to the products of the farm or garden, only Minnesota. In Article 13, Section 7 of the Minnesota Constitution, it says, "Any person may sell or peddle the products of the farm or garden occupied and cultivated by him without obtaining a license, therefore." That means without obtaining a license. Recently, Democrats have introduced legislation to constitutionally take away your farm and garden rights by disguising their betrayal as a constitutional amendment to legalize cannabis, limiting how much you can grow and requiring high license fees that keep gangsters in business. In my view, taking away the rights of Minnesota's farmers and gardeners and keeping criminals in business is not an option. If these Democrats succeed, it will be impossible to repeal this amendment. Hemp can create jobs in farming, manufacturing, and engineering, and it could be a key biomass energy source to combat global warming. Hemp can produce all our paper, construction lumber, and save our state forests. Hemp can produce food, shelter, clothing, medicine, and thousands of products. The word canvas is related in the language to the Latin cannabis, and for centuries was used for sailing cloth, ropes, and riggings. Hemp powered all the sailing vessels in the world before the Industrial Revolution. Hemp and canvas covered every covered wagon, the Conestoga wagons of yore, that made settlement of Minnesota and the nation possible. Yes, the most useful plant ever grown by humanity is illegal. Cannabis hemp was demonized as the Mexican intoxicant marijuana out of hatred for racial ethnic minorities and made illegal to suppress them. In 1985, Jack Hare wrote the best-selling book The Emperor Wears No Clothes, the most authoritative book on cannabis hemp ever written. The Grassroots Party placed Jack Hare on the ballot in Minnesota for president in 1988 and 1992. In 1989, Jack Hare and I went to the National Archives in Washington, D.C. to locate the original copy of the obscure propaganda film Hemp for Victory. This 1942 film showed the nation's farmers how they could win World War II by growing hemp to make rope for the Navy. With the help of Hemp John Birnbach, we obtained and duplicated this historical film gem for distribution around the world. The film borrowed action scenes from the 1926 silent movie Old Ironsides, culminating in a call to arms. Quote, "Just as in the days when old Ironsides sailed the seas victorious with her hempen shrouds and hempen sails." I say, hemp to feed, clothe, shelter, and medicate. Hemp to combat climate change. Hemp for jobs, hemp for revenue. Vote Wright and vote hemp for victory. Thanks.